My name is David John Kassan. We are in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn in my studio that's in my home. The type of painting I do is representational realism. Basically, I want to paint what I observe and paint it as well as I observe it and as truthful and honestly as possible. Over the last couple of years, Bay Ridge has become a great place for artists because it's inexpensive to live here. There's also a gallery that just opened up about 2 years ago. Then there's a half block from here storefront that does Wednesday night figure drawing for $5, and they donate the proceeds to a water organization. The community's really growing. It's getting stronger, I think, in Bay Ridge. I was born in Arkansas, and then we moved to Germany. And while I was in Germany, I was really, really little. But I have these memories of my family going on like weekend trips to all of Europe, going to all these great museums, and me being just kind of like blown away by just seeing things. And then as I got older, I started seeing art history books, and my mom would be like, "Oh, you saw that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I kind of have like these vague dreams of it." That I think kind of spurred me on. I really got into drawing in, I guess, like 4th or 5th grade, just drawing people in class and like filling my notebooks up with drawings. And then decided to go to Syracuse University, and they really kind of nurtured me there. I actually walked into Gallery Hennock in Soho 10 years ago. About 6 months after I graduated from Syracuse University, I was walking around the streets trying to just learn about the city so that I could kind of see like the different, like how the buildings were, the architecture, and also kind of understand the vibe of the city. I was walking by the gallery and I was like, there's an artist that I really like. His name is Burton Silverman, who is really been an inspiration to me, and he said that he was represented by Gallery Hennock in Soho. So that kind of stuck with me, and I saw their banner hanging on the street and decided to stop in. But just in the last pretty much 3 years, I was doing landscape at the time, I decided to switch over to figurative. Actually, after 9/11, I decided to, I had a full-time job for a while, and we got laid off a month after 9/11, and I decided just not to go back to work and just try to make it as a painter, which has been fun. My work is like a combination of abstraction and realism, but I want to bring a tangibility and a realism to the abstraction. So it's finding abstraction in the city and like taking that as a basis for like design and composition, formalist elements, and bringing that to the figure and placing that in a setting where they kind of can be contrasted against each other, so that I'll have the skin of the model, which will be nice and soft and smooth, and then you'll have the background, which will be kind of rough and textured, as well as the idea that abstraction can be found in the city streets everywhere you look. And then the figures, it's all about kind of trying to capture an emotion or a feeling from them to have them talk to the viewer. All my figures are life-size, so that when you come up to them, it's like we're talking one-on-one, like the first-person perspective. And as the painter, I want to be able to place the person with you, but I don't want to be in the way. So my paintings aren't brushy or loose. I'm really trying to paint the way I see, so that I can capture the person in their essence and try to capture a trompe-l'oeil figure. So someone that's kind of in your space with you. I'm working a lot bigger lately, like trying to make the figures so that they're life-size, standing in your space. I had one piece in my show that was just under life-size. I'm also trying to play around with this idea of taking the abstractions in the city and painting them trompe-l'oeil so that they kind of fool the eye. So I'm not like trying to shock anybody, or I want them to kind of come away with just that this has like an honestness to it. Yeah, and then hopefully the sitter, the model, will have a connection with the person, that they'll kind of feel an emotion. You know, it all just depends. Lately I've been painting a lot of my family, because I feel like I know them the best and I can probably do the best work with them. And my mom was up for my show, and I was able to catch her and my dad. What really intrigued me about her hands were really transparent. The veins underneath just really intrigued me because of the blues and the warms. I was once told by someone that you get a lot of your emotion and you can tell a lot about a person from their face and their hands. Yeah, and actually when I'm painting them, they're really easy because I actually see a lot of the same in my hands as I see in her hands. So it's kind of almost doing like a self-portrait in a way. because I see a lot of myself in my dad, and I see a lot of myself in my mom, and they're the easiest things to paint in the world. This is a painting of my son, so instead of just painting my mom and my dad, I'm going in reverse and painting my actual son, which is also like a little self-portrait. I see a lot of myself in him, I see a lot of my wife in him, and I did this in about 2 or 3 days. Did some quick sketches again, and then actually took some photos of him. There's a lot of movement to him lately because he's just turning 3. I'm hoping to do a life-size one that I'm actually going to hang like low, so it's like where he would stand. All my paintings are on wood because it's a support that is not flexible. This is a self-portrait that I've been working on for about a couple months now. It's a redux of an older self-portrait I did when I got back from Italy, except then I was 26 and now I'm 32. So I decided to see how much of a better painter I am now, and this has better color so far, and the drawing's a lot stronger. This painting back here is of Carolina. I used it as the postcard for my exhibition. I started incorporating more colors to in my palette, and my backgrounds are usually very monochromatic, and I wanted to add in the pink to kind of punch it up. She was a great model too. I have a website, davidkassan.com, Kassan.com. You can find me on Twitter at davidkassan. And yeah, I have a blog too, just kassanstudio.blogspot.com. And all the links are from my regular website also, and on Facebook.